Welcome to Holiday Salute, a tribute to our armed forces.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another year of Holiday Salute. This is our 36th year of doing this program. We're at the Battleship, Wisconsin for Winterfest. Coming up in the next half hour, Philip Townsend and I will do our best to try to spread a little holiday cheer, both past and present. But we're going to begin with Nicole Livas, who gives us an inside look at the magic of Winterfest.
I'm Nicole Livas aboard Battleship Wisconsin for Winterfest, which opened on Veterans Day last month. 13 News Now is a proud sponsor of this event that offers something for everyone. Let's take a look.
Last year we had about 300,000. This year over 650,000.
First step to topping the 2020 experience? Nauticus director Stephen Kirkland says you double the lights, then bring in some extra interactive displays.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
We've got Jingles, the talking gingerbread man, the world's only talking gingerbread man, as far as I know.
Thanks, Jingles.
1, 2.
Also below deck, you can see how the elves are preparing for the holidays. And the Santa experience is different this year.
So this is a brand new experience. We're recreating the North Pole, and it'll be actually inside Nauticus as you're walking out, so we can keep Santa cozy this year.
There's truly something for everyone.
This is a great place for a date night. This is a great place to bring your kids. We just want this to be something that the community comes to, enjoys, and celebrates together.
And early visitors are amazed at what they see.
This is pretty cool, although I think some of the old guys will go, they just dressed up my ship like that. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's bringing back memories for those who served on ships like this and their families.
My father served military all of his life. When he passed in 1982, it was due to Agent Orange. And the military took care of me and my family 150%, paid for me to go to school and everything. If not for that, my life would have been really different because the breadwinner was gone.
I served 2.5 years in the Army and went to Vietnam, of course, and then I did 21 years in the Navy.
Wow.
And did the last 18 years here in Norfolk.
So what do you think about this beautiful
Oh, it's beautiful. We missed it last year. We weren't going to miss it this year. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Whatever I want! Nobody tells the Grinch what to do. Nobody, not you, not the cameraman.
Even the Grinch can't ruin this experience, which is the perfect way to spread some much-needed joy.
It's been a tough couple of years, Nicole, and we honestly, for us, this is truly about doing something for this community.
Winterfest on the Wisconsin is open Wednesdays through Sundays until January 2nd. Time tickets are required, and you can book them online. Just look for the link with this story on 13newsnow.com.
I am ready.
It was 1989.
And there you are.
Rudy Costanzo
and there I am.
And former 13 News Now reporter Joe Flanagan were new friends out at sea in Naples, Italy.
See, I told you that was that. That's funny.
Rudy was air boss aboard USS Forrestal.
Rudy Costanzo's wife left room for the imagination in lieu of underwear.
Well, look at all that hair. Shame on me.
Joe on assignment, filling in for Santa.
Some gifts from the wives!
There were toys to unwrap, like this model of the plane these guys fly. Drinking mugs for those intimate moments in the hot tub.
The little skinny guy's got a pretty good ho-ho-ho.
One look at the story they did together that year, and it all came back.
Made for television. I changed my clothes in his office to get ready for that big moment of welcoming Santa into the room and passing out the gifts.
And when my voice changes after I'm done with this, I'll be very grateful. Thank you.
Oh, and a new toothbrush.
My wife cleaned the toilet with the one he left behind. Every guy in the ready room was into it and had something to say. We're so spontaneous.
More candy. And one of them things that drives you nuts, trying to figure out what to do.
Yes, there were Tommy Wee waterfall gifts.
What is this thing?
Toilet target games and innovative toilet paper holders.
Toilet paper in here.
Thanks, Veronica.
Away on deployment during the holidays, never an easy thing to do. The crew would go on to provide crucial support to U.S. diplomats during the Malta summit. It was just weeks after the fall of the Berlin Wall. But for the steel jaws of Carrier Air Wing 6, this was their time.
And I got your birthday card, although blowing in your ear wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
all designed to bring a little spirit of Hampton Roads to the men away from home at Christmas time.
A small window to let loose, opening gifts from their families back home via Joe.
A book from Mom. Thank you, Wendy, and thank you, John.
In 1989, those connections were really precious because there was no email. There was only snail mail.
Super guy.
32 years later.
The 19-year-olds are now 50.
They've lost some friends along the way.
Paul Shanklin's first child, Nick, was just born December 1st.
He was a new dad. Paul Shanklin just passed. Very sad, early, young in life loss.
But to this day, Joe and Rudy are still friends.
I'm standing in front of the ready room, which is what I normally did.
Rudy, retired from the Navy in 1998, spent 22 years flying jets for UPS. A man with a big personality, to match our big personality at the time, Joe.
The first time you met Joe, do you remember that?
No. To be perfectly honest, no.
Absolute social butterfly when you're around him on a ship with so many.
They golf together every Tuesday. Plenty of time for old stories. Stories of friendship, camaraderie, and pride. The things that make Holiday Salute, or Navy Christmas back then, a tradition today.
What was it like for you, though, to be out there traveling overseas to meet with these sailors?
Well, we were, as a features reporter, always looking for the people's stories. And Rudy represents what excited us and gives us such great appreciation for what we did for so long and you guys continue to do with Holiday Salute. We're surrounded by these citizens who've done such cool things for the country and have lived to talk about it years later. Yep. Okay?
The kind of stories that are worth revisiting again and again.
Is this the birthday boy?
Yes.
They start singing?
Yes, yes, yes.
Today's my birthday.
Spontaneous. Look at that. Harmony.
If you hadn't been there, it would have been Dear Something Else. Something a little more colorful.
413 News Now. I'm Philip Townsend.
Through the years, the USO's Operation Holiday Spirit has supported thousands of people in need at the holidays. They're at it again this year. Outside the enlisted barracks at Joint Base Little Creek, it was all about spreading a little Christmas cheer. The idea to specifically target the youngest, most junior personnel far from mom and dad this holiday season.
Those service members that aren't going to get to go home for Christmas, they're going to be stuck wherever they are, and they're not going to be with their families. And by bringing some holiday cheer to them, we thought that's mission first. That's absolutely what we need to do. And we're extremely excited about this pivot in how we serve our service members and their families.
The base has a wonderful location right between Laos and Cambodia, two of our stronger allies.
Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families. Bob Hope's USO shows entertaining the troops at Christmas were a staple on network TV for years. This year, the USO of Hampton Roads and Central Virginia threw mobile holiday parties at Little Creek, Fort Story, Fort Lee, Dam Neck, Langley Air Force Base, and Fort Pickett. Santa's helper and USO volunteer Joe Goodwin wouldn't have missed it.
The USO is a big part of the military. They take care of the military people, and I'm retired Air Force, so I enjoy doing for the military. We need more people to do it. And it's nice to be able to volunteer and see the smile on the kids' face.
We have more Holiday Salute next.
To all our men and women serving overseas, happy holidays.
They're the gift that just keeps on giving. We're talking about Ford-class aircraft carriers. They'll defend the nation for the next 50 years, and they keep the Hampton Roads economy humming. Every journey begins with the first step. And so, with this ceremonial first cut of steel at Newport News Shipbuilding, began the decade-long construction of what will eventually be the Navy aircraft carrier USS Doris Miller, which ultimately will look like this.
A lot of work goes into it, tens of millions of man hours, lots of effort from us and from the Navy.
And I like the shipbuilders to really feel the pride that, hey, I did this, I built this, I'm part of this.
So the Doris Miller name truly inspires confidence and courage. The ability to step forward, to do something you're not trained to do, because that's what needs to be done, is the essence of what it means to be an American sailor.
Doris Miller was an enlisted Navy cook aboard the battleship West Virginia, which was sunk by Japanese torpedo bombers during the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Miller helped the mortally wounded captain and several sailors who were injured and manned a .50 caliber anti-aircraft machine gun for which he had no training until it ran out of ammunition. He was the first black American to be awarded the Navy Cross, the second highest decoration for valor in combat. He is now the first African American to have an aircraft carrier named in his honor. His descendants are very proud.
With our family, it means so much that his name is still going to be able to stay alive and keep pushing for the Congressional Medal of Honor.
This year, another vital Newport News shipbuilding product passed a critical test on its way to joining the fleet. The USS Gerald R. Ford successfully conducted its third shock trial, absorbing and withstanding a 40,000-pound underwater explosive blast designed to prove the ship's capability to sustain operations in a simulated combat environment using live ordnance.
It almost brought tears to my eyes to see how well this crew performed in this live fire test event.
The shock trials did mean that the Ford had to destage all work related to the troubled Advanced Weapons Elevator System. 9 of 11 lifts are now delivered and reportedly fully functioning, but 2 of the lower stage elevators, 4 and 6, are still a work in progress and are being groomed for completion by the end of 2021.
There's certainly been a lag here, or disruption period, but we've planned for that. We will be done with them this calendar year, is what our plan is.
The Ford will return to Newport News Shipbuilding for 6 months to assess any damage sustained during the explosions and to continue modernization and maintenance work. Then, after workups, the plan is for the ship's first overseas deployment to take place sometime in 2022.
I can tell you without question, over the last year, there has been an amazing amount of learning, development, and discovery and growth. I'm just incredibly proud of what the entire team has done.
Such success stories are a source of great pride to the thousands of men and women who build these extraordinary warships.
Our members are extremely proud of the work that they do. They're extremely proud to know that the final product that they work on contributes to the safety of all Americans, not just their families, but all Americans. So they feel that what they produce is very special.
Bigger and better. Just one way to describe the return of Winterfest on the Wisconsin. And opening night offered something special for our veterans. The enormous battleship on Norfolk's Elizabeth River is all decked out again with holiday lights and decorations.
Walking onto a battleship that is decorated is just something that's awe-inspiring when you walk on there.
The idea was born out of a suggestion to find something to do outside to celebrate the holidays after the COVID-19 pandemic first hit.
Especially last year, there was a lot of restrictions the Navy put out, to the sailors and everything, that they couldn't go do a lot of stuff, but they could do things outside.
That 2020 debut drew huge crowds and created warm smiles. Brian Schlicht retired from the Navy and now serves on Geico's military assistance team. Geico is a sponsor of Winterfest on the Wisconsin.
What a great way to showcase a wonderful Navy vessel that served so honorably for many years, to put lights all over it and just have everybody come down, have some treats, and just walk through and just be amazed at, having a 16-inch gun decorated in Christmas lights.
The insurance company found it fitting to participate in an event that honors and supports veterans and their families.
The Hampton Roads area is just such a great place to be, because there's so much to do and so much support for the military, and in turn there's so many opportunities for the military to be involved in their community.
Service members are everywhere in the 757, and this holiday celebration is a way to pay tribute to the men and women who keep our country and our communities safe.
Well, they're in the community. I mean, when they're not deployed, they're your basketball coaches, your baseball coaches, your gymnastic teachers. I mean, they're the ones out in the community, being a member of the community, just like everybody that lives there. When we take our uniform off at night when we're home, we're just a member of the community. We attend church, we go to the same stores, we go to the same activities. So we, for however many years we're in that area, become part of that community.
And Geico has expanded its reach over the years.
Geico not only started with the military, we continue to support everything that the military is doing, and we hire a lot of people as they retire and become veterans, and their spouses.
Money from Winterfest ticket sales goes back into restoring and preserving the ship. Geico policyholders get $1 off admission.
Holiday Salute, a tribute to our armed forces, continues after the break.
To all the servicemen and women, happy holidays.
Just know that there are a rally of folks back here home thinking about you, encouraging you, and look to see you soon. And I want to wish you a happy holidays and see you soon.
We wanted to wish everybody overseas a happy holidays. Thank you for your service.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, everybody.
Holiday Salute Military Greetings, sponsored by your Hampton Roads Honda dealers and Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
One of the most beloved traditions here in Hampton Roads every year at the holidays is the placing of wreaths on veterans' graves. But that effort almost came up short this year at the Albert G. Horton Jr. Memorial Veterans Cemetery in Suffolk. Since 2008, the Horton Wreath Society has provided live balsam wreaths every holiday season for every gravesite at the Albert G. Horton Jr. Memorial Veterans Cemetery in Suffolk.
And all these veterans that have passed away, they still need to be remembered, and this is why we do it.
But every year it gets a little bit harder as more and more vets pass away. It's simple math. More wreaths cost more money. The costs for wreaths have recently gone up from $9.50 to $10 apiece. So every donation helps in the quest to get every grave covered.
That's always been our goal. All or none was kind of like our motto. And, of course, to pay respect to the fallen heroes and our veterans. It's just a beautiful thing. You feel like you've completed the mission. It's given back to the veterans.
Finally, though, donations did pick up and enough money came through to pay for the needed 12,000 wreaths.
But we've made our goal this year, and I'm very pleased. I wanted to thank all the Hampton Roads volunteers and people that donated, that's for sure.
Preparations started early to get the Battleship Wisconsin ready for Winterfest. Photojournalist Alicia Cheram got a preview last month.
Where else can you walk aboard a battleship and see hundreds of thousands of lights? We started at the end of September putting up the lights. It takes about 2 months and we will be down to the wire next week. We have over 650,000 lights this year. That's double the amount that we had last year.
There's no way to really do it with machines. It's all manual. Everything you see here is custom fabricated. All the trees were welded in our shop. All of the lighting is original designs.
It was started last year, during the pandemic when we really wanted to just bring some holiday cheer to the community.
Last year, I watched people walk onto the ship and I saw the smiles on their face and I was like, we nailed it. This year, I know that we're going above and beyond what we did last year. USS Wisconsin is the perfect backdrop for it. So it's unique and it brings a lot of cheer to a lot of people.
Your ticket dollars go directly back into restoring and preserving this ship.
Sometimes the things that you come up with work out great and things that you don't think are going to be great turn out even better. So it's hard to tell until you turn the lights on.
It's definitely a feel good, but it really is just to bring the community together and have some fun.
Winterfest on the Wisconsin is open Wednesdays through Sundays until January 2nd.
My daddy plays jets on the John F. Kennedy. Well, my dad's a flight officer at the John F. Kennedy. What does your dad do in the Navy? My daddy's the commander of the John F. Kennedy.
From Hampton Roads to the Med, it's a Navy Christmas with your hosts.
1986, the year our annual tradition was born. Navy Christmas, now Holiday Salute, was our way of honoring the sacrifice of those who serve, especially during the holidays.
During the next hour, we'll show you some of the emotion and some of the hard work that go into a sailor's Christmas in the Med.
But to understand how it all started, you have to know one name, Brower. Harold Brower Jr., co-founder of our station, eventually brought in his 3 sons, Bill, Hal, and Greg.
It's been a legacy here for many, many years at Channel 13.
After more than 40 years with the station, Greg still proudly leads our entire production team behind the scenes. But it's his older brother, Hal, who holds a big place in Holiday Salute history.
He was a great big brother. He was always the guy who looked out for me, gave me advice. He was a very giving person. He was always putting others before himself.
And as a sales and marketing guy, Hal was always looking for creative and meaningful ways of promoting the station and our community.
Happy holidays!
Navy Christmas was his idea.
It really warmed his heart knowing that the tradition has continued for all these years.
And unfortunately, Greg, this year it's going to be different watching for you and the family.
Yeah, it'll be tough watching, but I will continue to watch as I have every year. I haven't missed a single one.
Tough, because it'll be the first year watching without Hal. This past August, he died unexpectedly. A father of 3, husband to Jenny, and next-door neighbor to his little brother Greg.
I'm gonna miss Hal's companionship and growing old with him.
The man with the big idea and an even bigger heart, Hal may not be around to see his tradition of honoring the military continue. But we will continue to honor him, the family, and their positive impact on Hampton Roads.
Greg, thanks again for doing this.
Glad to do it.
Really appreciate it.
For 13 News Now, I'm Philip Townsend.
And that's going to do it for another year of Holiday Salute. We'd like to take this moment to thank all the men and women in uniform who serve and their families, and all the great companies and organizations in Hampton Roads which support them. And if you get a chance this holiday season, come down and check out Winterfest. It is awesome. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Gooding. Have a great holiday season.